Well, howdy, everybody, and welcome back. We're gonna paint a little guy and his crack. We're sitting here with Brother Rafen of the Blood Angels, and we are continuing episode 2. Howdy, 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 howdy. Hope everybody's doing happy and healthy. I hope the Void Father has been guiding your brush. And we're back. We're backity, back. Norfolk, Hampton, Richmond. So, if my calculations are correct, it is October. And coming to you now is Brother Rafen, but also Jason Voorhees. I have had Jason Voorhees since last October, and I should have painted him. It hit me hindsight that I was like, damn, I really should have done that for like some Halloween special. But I didn't. And I've been holding on to him for this long, for this reason. And I won't really go into too much else about Jason Voorhees. I'll save that for this channel, or I'll save that for that series. Because I'll say it here, Jason is my favorite of the slashers. But anyway, talking Blood Angels, more than meets the eye. Yeah, I went there. I do very much love my Blood Angels. They are, yeah, screw it. We never do it. Why not? I do very much love my Blood Angels. They give me hope. You know, Sanguinius came in and turned a ravenous legion into a legion of nobles. Because to be a Blood Angel, I feel, is to be a noble knight. You're not just one of the angels of death. You're not just an angel of blood. You are one of the Emperor's angels. But you are a knight of Sanguinius. You are a knight of the Imperium. You are nobility. You are nobility. And they give me hope that people could turn around and be that you could actually be that. But I always fell in with the flesh terrors, as I've always said, because that wrath is a bitch. And I've never claimed to have anger management issues. But I will not stand here and say that I don't have a temper. I will not stand here and say that. You know, I know what I am. What I am is a frustrated millennial. A frustrated millennial man. Take that for what you want. Take that for what you will. I don't even know if I've put it out there to what my sign is, as far as astrology, for anybody who's into that. So if you are into that, by all means, go ahead and take your best shot, and we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what you think I am. Maybe I'm an Aries. And I said, just to make people mad, anybody who was like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense," I'm not. Yeah, I'm not an Aries. I'd even dare say I'm the furthest thing from that. I don't even know what the furthest thing from an Aries would be, but I can guarantee you I ain't no Aries. As much as that would make anybody mad, it would have been like, I knew it. Tell you what I am. Surprisingly not that tired. As I yawn. Oh man, as I yawn. Son of a bitch. We've also got our Mega Man Jazz in the background again. Uh, while I was gearing up for this series, I was like, man, what am I gonna put on? Because I just don't know. So a lot of times I'm just at a loss for music. And well, this was sitting right there in the suggestions, and I was like, you know what? I haven't done that in a while. At least I felt like I haven't done that in a while. I swear I was editing something just the other week, and I had a good laugh because I had mentioned I was watching Big Trouble Little China, and that the movie was over, so I restarted it. I'm like, yep, that sounds like me. Movie's over, restart. You know, when it comes to Blood Angels, I've also used Flesh Terror Red, but I was going for a darker theme with that model, and it paid off. And you honestly couldn't tell that it was Flesh Terror. I'd even be damn near willing to say, you know, if you could tell what I was using, I'll give you money. All this time, and I forgot to paint the base. Just been going ham. I never did like that. I never did like that saying, going ham. I've just been painting this guy all willy-nilly, man. I'm sure there's people out there who be like, well, I hate the term willy-nilly. But like, yeah, good. And I swear the timing on some things, I just gotten a comment this morning about somebody, they liked my Killacan, my Goff Killacan, and I was like, well, lucky you, man, because that series starts this weekend. It's like, so by all means, drop back by, and you can hear me make a fool of myself during the Killacans as I talk like an orc. I don't know, I had a lot of fun. So judge me all you want. But while you're judging me, I was sitting there having a blast. Having a blast. Having a blast. You know, I was going to use a different model for Rafen, and it was going to be... Annoyingly, it was going to be one of the Infernus squads. And I actually have that model right here. Excuse me. But I couldn't... I didn't quite like it, and for reasons that I don't want to get into right now. So I started looking at other stuff. I was like, all right, what can I do? I had that lieutenant body. I was tempted to use him, but I didn't quite like the body pose, especially with my weaponry options. And then I wanted to use something special, and I really didn't like much of it, so I ended up pulling out the assault intercessors, and I was like, I know I have one more of these bodies where he's got his foot on the rock, so basically another sergeant. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. What is funny to me is the fact that my Pungolians, I used the same exact pose. But it don't matter. It don't matter. And I don't know if in the Blood Angels Rafen omnibus, when it's described whenever he has his helmet on, what color helmet he has, but as far as I understand it, sergeants, they have yellow helms. So that's why I did extra on that helmet, so that I could hit it with the Imperial Fist yellow and really, really brighten that fucker up. Honestly, that's about the only yellow I have. Now I kind of wish I had gotten a different yellow to have some options. I will have to keep that in mind next time I go to the shop. And I have looked at other yellows, and I just hadn't bothered because it's not a color that I frequent. And yes, I know I have the demonic yellow and I have the moon dust and whatnot. And the demonic yellow would be a nice, rich, darker yellow for me to use, and it's just not that important. When it comes down to it, it's just not that important. Not to me. Not right now. I really should have painted the base before I started this, but it's okay. Gonna get plenty of done, plenty of progress. Get you guys going. All right. And I'll have to look it up again, but I don't remember them saying which squad he was part of. I just remember him saying that he was part of a company, part of the 6th company. So I'm probably just going to put him in the 6th squad and the 6th company, and that will determine what this knee color will be. But until then, we're going to leave it gray, of course. And between episodes, I'll have to pull it up. But we're only at 12 minutes. And it's raining again. I didn't think it was going to rain today. Didn't you rain enough yesterday, you son of a bitch? Rained on us as we went to the aquarium. Went out there with my dear sister. It was a lot of fun. My daughter just, man, she does not like a lot of people. And the way she just kept calling out, Aunt Liz, everywhere. It was so adorable. It's so adorable. Yeah, my daughter does not like a lot of people, and that's fine with me. Good. Be picky. Let that be natural. Be picky. Because you're going to make mistakes anyway. You're going to trust the wrong people one day. I will, of course, hope that you have better luck than me and not trust the wrong people in your life. But it's kind of inevitable. So, whatever happens, it's just, that's what happens. And I'll be here for you. I will be here. Stand by me. Stand by me. I need to watch that movie again. I did watch a little YouTube documentary on it. Discussing all the actors that played the 4 boys. That was really nice. It was really nice. I did not know Will Wheaton had such, kind of a sad life there. Sad upbringing. I mean, I know he didn't really have a sad life per se, but, You know, he was kind of forced into things that he didn't want to be doing. And that being acting. I was like, wow. I just didn't know. I'm like, well, for someone who didn't want to do it, you did a fantastic job. I really don't know if you did a fantastic job in, like, say, Star Trek, because I did not watch The Next Generation. Always been a Kirk fan. I'm a Kirk loving Spock sucker, as I call Trekkies. And then that's not even accurate anymore. You can't even say that now, because I feel like most be like, who? Who's that? I'm like, oh, never mind. Never mind, you fucking fetus. All right. Rafen, you looking good, son. Son, motherfucker's way older than me. You looking good, boy. Let's close off that Blood Angels Red. We are done with it. We're going to get out our Imperial Fist Yellow. And we're going to do that helmet. Let's do it up. Do it up. Let's do it up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice and vibrant. I swear, some of their stuff looked contradicting when it came to the codex and it came to like their colors and their whatnot. I was like, okay, so it's not just sergeants that wear the yellow, like other people wear the yellow. So I was okay. How can you tell the difference? And I know you have other markings and whatnot, but I was like, can't we just keep this simple? Please? Can we just keep that simple? But he's going to have his yellow sergeant helmet. Now, you know what's funny? Same yellow. I couldn't help it. I needed blonde. Don't worry. Oh, excuse me. Don't worry. That will darken up with the Nuln Oil. But since we still have some time, why not keep this going? And we still got our Haggard brush, you know? Let's keep this going. And I thought long and hard about it. Well, not long, but I did think pretty hard about it. What was I going to paint all the holsters and pouches and whatnot? What color was I really going to go with? And I really was going to go with black. But then I didn't, and that's just how it goes. I decided against it. Because I very much do like my recipe. I forgot to do the holster. I forgot to do the handle of that gun. It's funny. But I very much do like doing the brown leather. Which again is just, I think it's ironic for someone who does not like brown. And especially whenever I have had leather, I always go for black. I never get brown leather. And it's a possibility that I've said maybe I'll consider it, but I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt I would ever get brown leather. Unless it served a purpose. You know, if I found myself in a City Slickers type situation. Which, if I were to do things like the movie, I still have like 4 more years before I can do any of that. We'll see. We'll see. I did like that movie. Funnily enough, I saw I saw City Slickers 2 first. City Slickers 2 was definitely the more quote-unquote fun one. It was definitely way more lighthearted. Whereas the first one dealt with some more real problems here. You know, first one really dealt with some issues. Second one was hilarious. And I wasn't sure about that one actor who played, their friend. I just wasn't sure about it. So I was like, I'm so used to the dynamic with John Lovitz that I just really wasn't sure how that was going to go. And go figure, I loved it. And now it's time to bust that black back out so that we could do the handle of his pistol. And we can do that like we usually do. So I'm also not trying to go radio silent on you guys. Just kind of honed in. You know me, it happens. I want to make sure I get those lenses. I'm not going to go with red or green because his helmet is off, so those lenses are depowered right now. But I also wanted to put another layer on this pauldron just to properly blend everything and give that pauldron a nice look. All right. Part of me still wants to do that damn chest plate. His Aquila. Part of me still wants to do that in black. But I guess we'll find out next episode. So I will see you guys there next week. We're going to tackle that base. Probably give myself a little bit more time. My wife is probably awake by now, so I'm going to run down there and ask her what I should do. Yeah, I'm going to go do that. So, I will see you guys on the next round. Stay happy and healthy. May the Void Father guide your brush. Peace.